Oh, I got him. Oh my God, it was a giant. Perfect cast. I got one. Fish is fighting so hard. What do I do? Rod in, leaving the boat behind. We got the Crocs, no socks, long pants. We are wade fishing equipped. Let's go do it. Off to the spot. Let's go get us a big one. Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We have got another beautiful evening of fishing for you guys. Cooler air. It is currently early September in Austin, Texas right now. The weather is only 85 degrees. Usually this time of year it is a blazing hot, 105 to 110, but we got our first cold front here in Texas and it knocked the weather down just a few degrees. The water temperature has been dropping slowly. We're having some cooler nights and that can only mean one thing: fall transition, big bass. This is one of my all-time favorite times of the year to fish, when that water starts cooling off and there's only one thing on the fish's mind, and that is to eat. Tonight we're gonna go look for the ones that want to eat. We got nice gray weather and that can also only mean one thing: hungry downtown bass. We are going wading. I might die trying to make it out to this spot, but hopefully not. It's gonna be hero or zero. We're gonna catch one or two big bass, or we're gonna come up completely short. So going big, going home. We got one swim bait rod, one swim bait reel, one swim bait. Only an hour and 45 minutes to make it happen. Without further ado, let's go make it happen. Made it to the spot. As you can hear, the cicadas are absolutely hissing. And right now, we gotta walk through the poison ivy and the woods and then the water and slip over some rocks to get to our spot. But here's a question for you guys. If you're not walking through poison ivy and woods and spiders and snakes, are you even getting to the good spots? Leave a comment down below and let me know how far you guys go to get to the good holes. Tell me a crazy story about what you've done just to catch a green bass. As you guys are gonna see from this wading, it's pretty intense, and it's all for a 5 to 10 pound, just little green fish. The things we do, man, the things we do. Gotta put the stuff in the dry box. We're gonna start chucking around these bridge pylons and hit these little eddies in the current. See if there isn't a hungry bass sitting there. If not, we're gonna start swimming. Woo! That water's chilly, man. I like it. I think the fish like it too. Bravo 6 going in. Getting deep. There's a certain point in which you go deep enough that just feels very uncomfortable. A certain part of your body going underwater is the least enjoyable part about getting in the water, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Gotta be extremely cautious of where you step to. With all this kind of rain and extra water we've had recently, not only does it bring out the bass from time to time, it also will bring out the snakes. And funny story, I love snakes, honestly. As long as you keep your peace with them, they'll usually keep peace with you. But actually recently I was carp fly fishing on a river nearby, and I stepped into some tall grass, and actually wearing these exact same pants. I didn't even think about that. These might be unlucky pants, but stepped into some tall grass, heard something slither, boom, felt something just crank my leg, looked down and just saw like barely for a split second saw a snake. I checked its head, because that's one of the most important things, is if you do get bit by a snake, you want to identify what shape its head is. If a snake has a triangular head, you're in trouble. You need to seek help soon. And if a snake has a very narrow head, which 99.9% of the time here in Texas is gonna be a common water snake. But yeah, like I said, you wanna check for that head, because if you get bit by a copperhead, it's no joke and you gotta be careful. Luckily, I did see its head and it was a common water snake, so I lucked out. But it just reminds you, you gotta be careful as to where you step. Oh my God, I just had one. No way I just had one. Oh my, I was not expecting that in first couple casts. I don't think it was huge. Also don't know how I missed it, but I just did a burn and a pause, and right on that pause my line tightened up and I was like, wait, is that a fish? I would like to say that that's a good sign. Let's see what happens. A little bummed I didn't actually stick some hooks into them. And the reason I chose this bait, guys, is because I'm not sure if you can tell, but in order to fish the current with a glide bait, you need a bait that can be reeled extremely fast and stay extremely steady. Not sure if you can see that, but this Hill Country swim baits right here, one of the reasons I love this bait so much is because 75 to 80% of baits cannot be fished that quick without rolling out and doing a bunch of somersaults and other funky stuff. This Hill Country swim baits is tried and true. You can burn this thing at Mach 1 and have it just stay completely level. And fishing in the current, when you got water, you know, trying to spin your bait over, a bait that stays upright and very natural and can be fished very fast is absolutely essential. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good. Not good. Alrighty. Well, just went on a little bit of a hike. I put the camera away for just a second. And it's been slippery, to say the least. But we're making it. Saw a big old snake. That was cool. Almost stepped on him. It's all right, that's part of it. Snapped off my freaking $150 glide bait. Got it stuck on a rock out in the current. Tried to swim against the current. That obviously did not happen. That current's way stronger than it looks. So I lost that bait, but I'm gonna come back when they're not running water and hopefully find it. I know what rock it snagged on, but I got another one just like it in a different color. I'm gonna tie it up, take a few casts over here, try and get one right on that corner. Rigged up. Let's see what happens. Shoot one right to that corner and pray for the best. Oh, bad cast. Still gonna fish. Oh. Oh, I got him. I got him. Oh, my drag's loose. No, I got him. Feels good. Feels good, guys. Feels good. Oh my gosh, I saw a fish blow up. I didn't know he had it. I didn't even feel him. Feels super nice. Oh my God, it was a giant. Oh my God, it was a giant, and I lost him. Oh, what happened? Oh my God, are you kidding me? Dang it, dude. That was a freaking giant, man. I don't know what happened. I had my rod low and everything too. When it's a fish that big, you can't stop them from jumping. You just gotta pray that they stay on, and she shook me. Fair and square, won that battle. Well, My heart is pounding. Feel absolutely defeated right now. That was every bit of like an 8-pounder. I threw it out there, bombed it out there. The current took my line. I just saw a swirl on top, so I set the hook just to be sure. Kind of delayed, and man, I was just tight, and that thing was bulldogging. Just came up for a big head shake, came all the way out of the water. I'm sure you could see it on the camera, and just spit me. Oh, that's how it goes sometimes. Gonna keep casting, try and get another one. I don't know if we're gonna beat that though. Oh, disappointment. Man, oh man, oh man. What a failure. 6:15 p.m. Back in the truck, headed back to the same spot that you guys saw me break my heart. I apologize that previous evening of fishing ended so abruptly. As you guys saw on one of my last casts of the night, oh, it hurts to talk about, I lost an absolute mega bass. What I realized about filming fishing and GoPro angles specifically is you can really get the raw emotion of a cast to catch or just a fishing experience in general, but you can't necessarily tell the full size of a fish. Even if you have that animal in your hands, you can't really get the grasp of how big it actually was unless you are there in person. I thought about just accepting defeat and making a video with just that fish coming on. That would be so against every other video I have on my channel. You guys are seeing this if I did in fact go back to this spot and get redemption. So that's exactly what we're going for tonight. After I lost that humongous largemouth, I lost the 2 baits I brought with me. The 2 baits that have been my #1 confident swim bait as of recently. I in fact lost a giant bass and about $300-ish worth of swim baits that night. I'm gonna have a 30 minutes to make it happen. I have a strategy as to how I think I'm gonna approach this spot, but all in all, if we do get that bite, which we may or may not, I'm just gonna have to hope that luck is in my favor. You guys, keep your fingers crossed for me because I'm gonna need it tonight. I'm definitely gonna need it. Into the water once we go. Don't know if I'm making the dumbest decision of my life by bringing out an even nicer bait, but I do have a ton of confidence in this bait, and when there is big bass that are eating big gizzards, this sucker right here gets it done. Got 20-pound fluorocarbon. I checked my knot over and over. So, oh man, just gotta pray that something bad doesn't happen. We'll see. Drag was super loose. If I got bit on that cast, I would have lost it. So I'm gonna keep it pretty damn tight. And if we get something that wants to pull, back off it a little bit. Well, hiking along, watching very carefully of where I step. Almost at the spot where magic almost happened. Welcome back to the same video you guys have been watching for a while now. This is the ultimate redemption video, or at least hopefully. But like I said from the beginning when I lost that humongous bass, I will not stop at any cost to complete this video. The only way to complete this video is to get redemption on a giant bass, hopefully of similar size to the one I lost. But we're going with a little different strategy tonight. Tonight we got the kayak on top of the car. We're gonna put it in. We're gonna try some new spots that you can't really access by foot, and see if we can't pick up that tanker fish that lives in the current. Hopefully we don't get towed over a rock and flip the kayak. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, but as long as that big bass does not come 3 feet out of the water and shake my bait, and we're a-okay. I will see you guys once we get down there and get the kayak in the water. Fingers crossed that this video ends tonight, because at this point, going a little insane. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over with the exact same results, and that's kind of where I'm at now. So hopefully we get some different results this time. Let's get after it. All right, finally found a parking spot. Got my kayak off the car and drag it down to the water, and now it is time to get out, get to fishing. Just like the previous times we fished this spot, very, very limited time. So we're gonna make best with the time that we do have, and all we're looking for is that one bite. So let's do it. Current looks like it's moving pretty slow, but that's all right. Something's still eating. I drove over the bridge, and of course there were 2 people in kayaks fishing this spot, so it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a bass party, but hopefully we can just get that one biggin'. That's all that matters. Teed up. Oh, this kayak you briefly saw in my previous video. This is the New Canoe Flint, and man, I love this thing. It is like the perfect balance between being a super stable kayak mixed with being an ultra lightweight and maneuverable vessel. Like, this thing is just, I couldn't have found a better kayak for what I wanted it to do. And so far, it's been extremely durable and has been a fish catching machine. So we're gonna go see if we can't get some more slime in the old Flint. But man, I have been loving this kayak so far. Oh, there's a fish all over it. Oh no, how it's not spooked yet. Oh, oh, damn it. A nice 4 or 5 pounder just chased my bait all the way up and then just kind of hunkered down right there at the kayak. I actually got some slop on my bait on my last crank past his face. He was pretty fired up. I'm gonna switch over to a glide. I really hope I have the glide I want in here. About to find out. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Sick. All right, we're gonna put this baby on, old trusty, and see if we can't toss it back in this eddy and get that one that just followed us to commit. All right, this is the part where I bust my ass. Probably break my camera, break my rod, just to potentially get a shot at one fish on the first cast. But whew, man, it's hotter than I thought it was gonna be out here. Paddling upstream definitely broke a sweat. So, I mean, worst comes to worst, if I eat crap on these rocks, at least I'll get wet along with getting bruised up. Got flip-flops on, also definitely not ideal, but we are back at the infamous spot where Mrs. 8 to 9 pound bass decided to jump me off. So just gotta make it right there, and then we'll see, man. Oh, this spot gives me the chills. Oh, slippery, slippery. Holy cow. Almost just died right there. Oh, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Oh God, I was slipping. Oh, we made it. Mama, we made it. Alrighty, take my sunglasses off because they're all in my way. Take my backpack off, put my battle hat on, and let's send the old Medina glide over here. If I'm gonna get redemption, it's gonna be right here. Oh, that was nothing. Terrible cast. Terrible cast. Donk. That's all I want to feel. Just a big old donk. Donk. Oh, backlash. Oh my God. Literally perfect cast. I got one. I got her. I got her, dude. Biggin. 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 Oh no. Stay down. Giant, dude. Literal giant. Oh my God, no way. Please stay on. Keep her down. Gotta keep her down. Holy cow, this fish is messing me up. No way. No way. Oh, get up here. Get up here. Dude, that's a toad. That's a toad. She's fighting so hard. Trying to break me off, dude. Trying to break me off. Holy cow, this fish is fighting so hard. What do I do? Oh my God. Come here. Stop that. Stop that. Holy cow. This is one of the strongest bass I've ever hooked before. It's gotta be an 8 or 9 pounder. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. She's going back out into the current? Why are you doing that? Oh God, she's coming up. Keep that head down. Keep that head down. All right, we're gaining some line. Holy cow. Please stay on. Please stay on. Oh my God, here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, oh, that's a tank. That's a tank. Ah, let's go. Oh my God. We got redemption, boys. We got redemption. Oh, oh my God. Look at that. Absolute brute that ate the hill country. Oh, oh my gosh. Guys, that was one of the most intense battles I've had. Not even as big as I thought this fish was gonna be. I mean, that's every bit of a 7-something pounder. I thought for sure she was gonna be in that 9-pound class range. Look at that stud. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna get her unhooked, get a photo, and get this beautiful girl back to her home. Oh, all right, she's unhooked. Look at that beast right there. We're gonna take a couple photos and get this brute back. This right here, baby, makes it all worth it. Redemption on the spillway monster. You! What an absolutely incredible catch. I am on cloud 9 right now. There she goes. She didn't even give me time to hold her. Holy cow, fellas. We got redemption. Third time is a charm, baby. I don't know if you guys can tell from that cast to catch, but for that size, a 7-pound bass, that was the hardest fighting fish that size that I have ever caught before. Right when that fish ate it, I stuck her. She tried to get me out into this main current that's over here, which is a no-go. If they get in that current, they go straight under those wires. Boom, your line is broken, fish is gone. That fish instantly tried to get me in the current. I was able to turn her head and get her coming my way. She did those 2 crazy head shakes, like halfway out of the water. So I couldn't really get the size of that fish. She obviously had a giant head. But then finally worked her towards me, got her to my feet, and then on this boulder that I'm standing on right here, she dove down, ran my line against the rocks, tried to break me off. That didn't work, so she literally just went about 40, 50 feet that way, just tearing line the entire time. That was one of the most intense battles I've ever had with a fish of that caliber. Regardless, that's a giant fish, and regardless, we got redemption. I'm on cloud 9 right now. Gonna take another cast because we still have light, but we ain't topping that, fellas. Video is complete. We got redemption on the spillway monster. Incredible.